release? Will it happen, or you know, what is Warner Brothers planning to do? So right now you have Dub Z,
40 cal.
and this is your Double Z TV.
Yeah.
Okay, the Snyder Cut. Um, I don't know. Like, I have certain thoughts about the Snyder Cut. I mean, Justice League. I watched that movie. It wasn't such a bad movie to me. I think it could have been a better movie. For one thing, is besides the issues with Batman versus Superman or Batman v Superman, the one thing I could say about the movie was that it was a lot. It felt like a more bigger, epic movie, more grander, as far as like the representation of the movie. You can tell you were watching a big film that was going to impact heavily, whether it was negative or positive. But Justice League didn't feel like that. It was more. It felt more of a smaller movie with a simpler concept, and probably almost felt like you were watching more of an episode of a film, or an episode of a series rather than an actual big epic film that it should be. Especially that we have these big team up movies like Avengers Endgame, Avengers Infinity War. These big movies with all these superheroes and things of that nature that it have fans leading up every movie to the point building everybody up to a climax that they're actually satisfied with. We would think that DC or Warner Brothers would have been able to figure out how to make a film to invite all these audiences into the world of DC, Metropolis, Gotham City, and so on, with all these superheroes and representing them the right way. Unfortunately, there were fans and people who didn't feel that way. So right now we're left with the Snyder Cut. What do we think? I'm gonna start off with 40 cal. I mean, what do you think about the Snyder Cut?
Yeah. So, I've seen some conversations online. They're pretty interesting. Me, I'm personally not sold that the Snyder Cut, like, yeah, it might be better than what Whedon put out there, but I don't think, coming off Batman v Superman, I think it's a tough sell to say the Snyder Cut will be better than what we got with Whedon. Snyder, we know he's good with the visuals.
Mm-hmm.
We know what Snyder can bring out. We definitely know what Snyder's capable of. But again, I don't think the Snyder Cut is necessarily. I'm not saying it's better than what Joss Whedon. We don't know. We have to see it. But I'm not sold that the Snyder Cut is gonna be something like, wow, we need to see, because who knows? The Snyder Cut might be trash. We got Batman v Superman from Snyder. We gotta remember that. It was, most of us, a lot of people trashed that movie. We have our thoughts on it. I think I didn't like it. I didn't think it was as bad as the way critics panned it, but it wasn't great either. It was somewhat mediocre. It was, like I said, I had a lot of problems with Batman v Superman. Because yeah, Whedon made changes. The CGI isn't that sharp in Justice League. It's a lot of things in Justice League where like maybe Snyder could have made it better, maybe not. But I'm not sold that Snyder's cut would be better than Whedon. I'm just not, especially coming from Batman v Superman.
Well, first of all, I want to say I'm a big fan of Man of Steel. Man of Steel was a great movie. I think probably one of the better movies out of the DCEU, along with Wonder Woman. I think it's Man of Steel, Wonder Woman, and Aquaman too. I'll give Aquaman his credits too. I like it. Was an entertaining movie.
Aquaman was good.
It was definitely a fun ride in the movie in theaters. And Batman v Superman, one thing about it is Zack Snyder's a great visual artist, and he had a lot of great, interesting ideas. I just think that the execution of the film wasn't really that great. I didn't really like how it was executed. Now, so Justice League, yes, again, like how I started as I started to talk, it was a movie that it could have been good. It just, I felt like it fell short. Now we could go into specifics like Steppenwolf, horrible CGI. It was
terrible,
just horrible look to Steppenwolf. Batman, I felt like his substance within himself could have been a little stronger. As the way he was in Batman v Superman, I think he was the best part of Batman v Superman. And in Justice League, he kind of like this was mediocre, and he didn't really kind of fit the whole dynamic of, especially being amongst these other superpowered heroes. So he could have done more. Superman was done terrible. The CGI with the mouth thing and the whole thing with him was just done horribly. Yeah, there's a lot of things that could have been done better, but the Snyder Cut. Now, the thing with the Snyder Cut is, for me, I have a bunch of questions. How much of the film was actually done? What was what was the true motivation behind the film? What was it gonna be? We heard Zack Snyder say a couple of things, but we're not really sure exactly where he was gonna go with the movie and how much of it was actually filmed. So I don't know. I'm kind of both ways in it. I'm interested in the Snyder Cut, but at the same time, I'm not like breaking my neck for it. I mean, I'm more concerned with the Man of Steel, and if anything, bringing Henry Cavill back to the film and making him be the Superman for the next Superman movies to come. But a Snyder Cut will be interesting to see. I mean, I'm not saying I'm against it, but at the same time, I'm not breaking my neck for it. I mean, if it happens, it happens. But I will say this: release the Snyder Cut. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
release Snyder Cut. The fans are asking it. There's a big movement behind it. Release it, and if it's good, it's good, and if it's not, it's not. Hey, what's the worst can it be?
The thing is, like, Warner Bros. Is still gonna make money if they release it on DVD, because that's what everyone's gonna get. The people that's gonna even buy Justice League, they've probably seen the movie already. They're gonna get the Snyder Cut. Again, I think you mentioned a couple of things about Justice League. I don't think it was bad like the critics mentioned. They really destroyed it. But I don't think it was great either. Like the same thing with Batman v Superman. Steppenwolf, he was trash. The story was weird. The CGI felt a bit incomplete. There's a lot of things with Justice League. But like you mentioned, release the Snyder Cut. I want to see what Snyder wanted to do exactly. Again, this was, Batman v Superman had his issues. It was trash, but they should have let him finish his vision. Let him take ownership, of those movies. Again, Justice League, if Snyder's cut was trash, so what? At least it's Snyder, unless you guys let him finish the story he wanted to tell. To say about Snyder. And I wish him well. He's talented. He's really, like you mentioned, with Man of Steel, I thought he did a really good job with Man of Steel. He messed up with Batman v Superman. We don't know what he would have done with Justice League, but you should have gave him the chance. He was 1-1. One good, one bad. Alright, you gotta give him a third one to rectify, to see what the whole thing was about.
We'll just throw it over to you guys. What do you guys think? Is the Snyder Cut necessary? Should they release a Snyder Cut? Is there a Snyder Cut, and will it ever get released? If you guys think so, leave your comments down below. Let us know your thoughts. We're more than happy to hear what you guys have to say. Maybe some of you guys have better ideas on what you think the Snyder Cut will be, and if it will ever get released. We already said our thoughts on the matter, and we'll continue to talk more and more about this in the weeks and months to come. Warner Brothers hasn't really been saying much or doing anything new. The one thing we already did one about the Joker. The Joker film is going to come out. We're interested in seeing that. We already know Robert Pattinson is going to be the new Batman, and we already know Wonder Woman 1984 is coming out. So that's as much as we know. The Flash movie, that's still up in the air. We don't know what's going on with Superman. So.
When you look at the DC animated universe, it's all interconnected and it's done excellent. It's really a great animated universe that they created, with Bruce Timm and everything, I know you had an issue with the artwork and that universe. Maybe we can get to that maybe another day, but overall the story they told, the actions, everything was just perfect. It was really, it was really great what they did with the DC animated universe. When it comes to the movies, it's the movies have struggled, the shared movies, and the single ones have done pretty well. So hopefully they'll go back into making a shared universe. Hopefully, but we'll see. If Warner Bros. of Steel 2. You know, I know you're coming out with Batman. So yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see.
All right, well, that's our thoughts. If you guys have any thoughts, again, leave your comments down below. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to WZ TV. Hit those notification buttons. And once again, it's your boy WZ.
40 Cal.
And you're watching WZ TV.